Super chat coming in from Caleb Landry. A reminder, you super chat will put you on the show. Miami should trade for Watson. Okay, offer Houston both 2021 first picks, so 3 and 18, a 2022 first if necessary, and Tua. Miami gets Watson and maybe a 2021 third rounder if necessary.
I think if Houston decides that, yes, we're going to move on from Deshaun Watson, we're going to trade him finally, 2 firsts, and I'll say the third to make it happen, and Tua, I think that gets it done.
Yeah, no.
I know there was the report that Houston wanted some defensive players. Maybe they just end up taking picks because there aren't going to be that many teams who are like, yeah, we'll go ahead and move on from defensive players.
Yeah. No, I mean, I also think you need to be able to value the fact that Tua was drafted number 5, pick number 3, pick number 18. I mean, those are 2 very valuable picks and a valuable player that still's got a large future ahead of him. So, Caleb, appreciate the question. We've actually made some videos here on the channel around some blockbuster trade ideas for Deshaun Watson. Go check them out. I think you're going to like it. All right, let's go to Philip Carroll here. Should the Dolphins sign another offensive tackle like Kelvin Beachum? I almost see
all you, Mitch.
Beach bum to Miami. So Kelvin Beachum is an interesting player. Is Miami, do they need a right tackle? Yes, they absolutely do. The only way that you end up getting a player like Beachum is if Trent Williams ends up going back to the 49ers. You swing and miss on Taylor Motton. I'd actually probably rather have Russell Okung probably as well, and then that means you totally, don't really believe in any of the players in the draft as well. He's one of the better tackles in the free agent market, but there's other players at younger ages. So as much as I understand that I've seen Beachum be thrown around in, we'll say, Dolphins Twitter, I'm going to respectfully save my money and try to go in other directions. All right, we got Jared Sanchez, Super Chat. A report saying Aaron Jones will see a lot of interest from the Bears, Dolphins, Niners, and Steelers. Where will he go? How much is he worth?
Bears make no sense to me whatsoever.
Bears don't
Aaron
make
Jones.
sense. The 49ers, I don't really actually see them. The Dolphins are probably his best fit, but I actually don't see Miami going out and bringing in Aaron Jones because I'm team don't pay for a running back, and why not just get a Najee Harris or a Travis Etienne with, pick 18 or pick 36?
I'm going to say somewhere in the $10 to $12 million range, maybe upwards to 12 if there's a bidding war.
All right, y'all, so today's show presented by Pro Flowers. Let the professionals take care of your loved ones on Valentine's Day. It's coming up. Don't be the person that doesn't have anything to give, your wife, your daughter, your mother on this special day. They have amazing arrangements of different types of flowers, roses, tulips. I mean, the amount of flowers that they have, it's literally in their name. Maybe you need a charcuterie board. Luckily for you,
still can't believe you know what that is.
I can't spell it, though. So that's why we made the link chatsports.com/flowers and not chatsports.com/charcuterie, because I would have no idea how to get there. But maybe you got a sweet tooth. We'll hook you up there. If you also want flowers and candy, because apparently that's going to make every girl out there happy, go to chatsports.com/flowers. The bottom line is this. 2020 was a hell of a year. Let's hopefully 2021's a little bit better. Show your loved ones that you're thinking about them. 15% off your order. Chatsports.com/flowers. Tom, I can't wait to see what you get me on Valentine's Day.
I'm getting you absolutely nothing.
Debatable. I have no idea how to pronounce this name, Tom.
From IG.
Elias Giftiolopoulos. Who should the Dolphins go after more,
actually.
Allen Robinson or Aaron Jones?
Neither.
Okay. I mean, I am team draft the running backs. I'd rather have Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, pick 18 or 36. Aaron Jones is probably going to make, $10, $11, $12 million per year. And for Miami, it didn't work out with Breida and Jordan Howard. Sure, very different types of players, but I'm going to avoid paying a running back. I'd rather go out and get Allen Robinson, but
if you make me pick one, give me A-Rob.
But if you're going to spend big on the offensive line. Joe Thuney, Brandon Scherf, Motton, that's probably the route I'd go if I was Miami. Sean Malone, what position group does the Miami Dolphins go for in free agency, and what position group does the Dolphins go for in the draft? I mean, it's a good question. I'm going to go with this based on what I would do if I was the Dolphins. I would go wide receiver and running back in the draft because you can save a lot more money. And then in free agency, I'm going to build the offensive line. There's a lot of really good guards and tackles out there. That's how I personally would do it because you're trying to build around Tua. You're trying to be able to protect Tua. And, well, we just saw the Super Bowl and you don't have offensive line play. I don't care who you have back there at quarterback. So offensive line and free agency, skill positions are going to the draft. Super chat coming in from Troy Daniels. Why do teams who think that all they need is a good quarterback to deliver them a Super Bowl rather than building up their offensive line? Do you think that this is true?
Well, if you don't have a good quarterback, you're screwed.
Correct.
Like, yeah, you could end up being the Bears where you have all the other pieces in place, and maybe you get lucky you have a historically great defense like the Ravens did with Trent Dilfer, or Denver with broken Peyton Manning. But if you're playing just the percentages, having the top flight quarterback and then figuring out everything else, that's going to get you your best chance to having NFL and sustained success too. From Roosevelt Cruz, what about the drafting Jaylen Waddle, maybe in a trade down scenario? I think you mean Dolphins here, since that's like a trade down for a receiver and still be in range. So I'll treat it as a Dolphins question. I'm a big Jaylen Waddle fan. I really like the idea, since I am a coward, of not having to make my decision. Like, if I'm Miami, I can let other teams take the receiver, and I can take the third one, who I think is just as quality of a prospect, and add extra draft picks. If you want a dynamic home run threat, Jaylen Waddle is that guy this year. He is electric, and he was limited this year because of injury. When he was healthy, he was outproducing DeVonta Smith with both of them on the field. Don't forget that. So pick one for me. Make the decision since I'm a coward, right? DS for DeVonta Smith, JC for Jamar Chase, or JW for Jaylen Waddle. There are no wrong answers up here. They are all awesome prospects. It's whatever flavor you prefer more. So DS for DeVonta Smith, JC for Jamar Chase, or JW for Waddle. Our live mailbags are done live, right? So if you want to be a part of them, you got to subscribe. Hit that big red button. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/chatsportstv. All of our mailbag questions come from our live audience. If you want to stay up to date and be a part of it, join us today by subscribing. From Elias, how far back should the Dolphins trade back if they did? We had the Panthers question earlier. I think number 8 is a sweet spot. With the way I think the board would fall, Miami could trade down to 8 and probably still get one of those receivers or one of the good offensive linemen, plus extra assets. That's appealing to me. From Steven, could the Dolphins get A-Rob in free agency? And if they do, they still take a receiver in the draft. If they get A-Rob, probably not a receiver at 3. They probably go O-line at that point. But at some point, I would take a receiver. It's a good receiver draft class. If they sign somebody, I would watch out for even a day 2 or more likely a day 3 pick. Miles, who do you think is the best fit for Deshaun Watson and why? In all honesty, I think it's Miami. They can afford him. They have the draft capital to go get him and not ruin their team in the process. They get a top 5 quarterback. That team, just as good as Buffalo. So I like Miami or San Francisco as one of the best fits for Deshaun Watson. From William, thoughts on the best free agent lineman? Center is Corey Linsley. Tackle is Trent Williams. Guard is Brandon Schreff. They'll be expensive, but they're really good. From Theo Henry, what is Sheldon Rankins' market? Ooh, good question. I'm going to go 1 year, fairly cheap prove-it deal. Had some injury history in the past. I don't think he's been fully recovered from that. I think he's going to have some interest, but it's not going to be like a massive contract. I think he'll sign a 1-year deal, try and cash in once the cap goes up in the future. Now, we have a bunch of different channels here at Chat Sports. Let's go through all of them and make sure if you're a fan of this team, you're subscribed. Our Dallas Cowboys channel, approaching 90K, right there, youtube.com/CowboysTV. The Raiders Report with Mitchell Renz, 73K, youtube.com/RaidersTV. Our 49ers Report, Raiders Report, 49ers Report at 49ers TV, 32K and growing. Our more new channel, Chicago Bears, now almost at 22K. They're live every Tuesday, by the way. youtube.com/Bears now. And we're not done yet. Our very new Seahawks channel surpassed our Eagles channel, 17.5K, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Eagles Now, 16K subscribers, youtube.com/Eagles Now. Our Chiefs channel, lagging behind because they're just too good apparently, youtube.com/Chiefs TV. We have a Detroit Lions channel with our boy Micro Mike. It's at youtube.com/Lions TV. Our up-and-coming Dolphins channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News. And then our 2 newest ones, Broncos Breakdown with producer Sam behind the scenes at youtube.com/Broncos TV, just past 1,000 subscribers. And then our just launched today, Falcons channel. It is brand new. Big things coming over there. Chatsports.com/Falcons TV. and more coming in the near future. So if you're a fan of one of those teams, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on all of our new channels coming to you from Chat Sports.